Hi, I'm Helen Halliday and I'm very excited to be the director for Eastbourne, Gilbert and Sullivan Society's Iolanthe. I am a professional actress and singer and director, and these days I tend to spend my time doing more directing than anything else. And I've been working with musical theatre and especially Gilbert and Sullivan for a very long time now. My first time seeing Iolanthe was when I was 10 years old. And I've been privileged to be part of many different productions through the years, and I can't wait to start work on this one. Iolanthe is a fairy who's been exiled for falling in love with a mortal and marrying him, and she was due to be executed, but the fairy queen just said, no, you're banished for life for 25 years. And when the show starts, the fairies are lamenting her loss and begging the fairy queen to invite Iolanthe back. And Fairy Queen does so. And Iolanthe explains she's had a son who is half mortal and half fairy. Much hilarity ensues. There's one of the rudest jokes in all of Gilbert and Sullivan's. And at the end of the play, the House of Lords peers all become fairies and they all run away to fairyland. What could be better? Some of the really interesting characters in Iolanthe. Obviously you've got the Lord Chancellor who has the patter songs, and he's a great character. He's very funny and he's pivotal. It's his decision at the end that means that the fairies don't all have to be executed. He just tweaks the law a tiny little bit. There's Strephon and Phyllis, who are the love interest, Arcadian shepherds, the ideal notion of romantic love from Victorian times. Both a bit dim-witted but beautiful people who love each other very much. The fairy queen, who is a real matriarch and sorts everybody out. And then you've got Lord Ararat and Lord Tololla, who are buffoons and personify the peerage and all its idiosyncrasies, shall we say. And of course Iolanthe, who is still very, very beautiful, even though she's been living at the bottom of a stream for 25 years, because fairies never age. Some of the smaller parts, there's Celia and other little fairy parts. There's a lovely cameo role for a good baritone in the song that Private Willis sings. So there's lots of firsts with Iolanthe. It was the first production to be put on at the Savoy. It was the first production to be lit entirely by electric light. It was the first production to open simultaneously in New York and London for the first time. And it was the first one that Sullivan actually scored and wrote the overture himself. So we're going to give it a first in that we're going to make the fairies pretty punky, a bit steampunk, because this is the age of suffragette starting, the suffragette movement. So we're going to make these fairies have some real attitude, because at the end of the day it's the fairies that end up wearing the trousers and sorting out the dim-witted lords. So the fairies are going to have great costumes, they're going to really enjoy how they look and their whole attitude. They've got serious attitude, these fairies. So I'm very lucky that I can work with a choreographer called Chloe Legasic, who has a degree in dance and contemporary and jazz, and she's going to come in, and once we've set the pieces she's going to go off and rehearse with you so that you'll be working with a professional dancer. G&S appeals to everybody. For me it's a fantastic blend of witty script, great plot and the most soaringly beautiful music. So anybody of any age, whether you think you like musical theatre, whether you think you don't like Gilbert and Sullivan, you need to come and try this, because I think you'll really get a shock at how much good fun and how relevant it actually is, how very clever it is as well. So you can come along to the launch and you'll meet myself, the director, and Russell, the musical director, and we're going to explain our vision for the show and how we work and what the rehearsal process is going to be like. If you're a little bit interested, which I hope you are, you can find more about it and the details and audition dates and audition pieces on our webpage on eastbournegns.com and a Facebook page as well. But come along and have a listen to our vision, because we're going to really make this quite a revolutionary kind of show.